Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Turn Back the Clock Tuesday. And tonight we are concluding the 97 Bowman saga with a box of Series 2, searching after prominent rookie cards, inserts, and even possible autographs. So hopefully we see a few of each of those tonight. That'd be amazing. But thank you for joining us. And the key rookies we're looking for primarily Roy Halladay, Lance Berkman, Miguel Tejada, Aramis Ramirez, and a few others as well. I'm going to go ahead and slash in this. We have 24 packs here with 10 cards per pack. We did Series 1 2 weeks ago, and we pulled all the key rookies. No autographs out of that one, but we did see a few inserts. So let's try our luck tonight and see if we can have equal luck. And some nice gold packs here. We have 4 participants. We have Ben B in the top left. Top right, Philip S. Bottom left, Anthony B. And bottom right is John C. So we'll start with the top left like usual and get to ripping here. Paul L says Jason Worth looks extremely nerdy on his rookie card. I don't know if I've ever seen Jason Worth, his rookie, in this set. Or some people may refer to him as Jason Worthless. So 6 packs here to top left. And let us get to ripping. I actually had these in the freezer for the last couple days just to be on the safe side because these can definitely have a tendency to brick up. Hey, Ben B, there you are. He is up first and he is in the chat. Fingers crossed here. They feel pretty decent already, but a little bit of stickiness here. Marlon Anderson leading it off. I like this design a lot. I'm a big fan of 90s Bowman cards. Not really so much in the late 90s, 98, 99, but prior to this, big Bowman fan. Matt Snyder. Hey, Jay's Openings. What's going on? Rusty Greer. So a little bit bricky, but nothing to write home about. Chet the Dets is 97 Bowman was such a hot set when it came out. You were not kidding. It really was. And we have 1 per pack of these. These are Bowman International. And that's a good start, though. Jim Tomei is the first insert. Very nice. A checklist card. The kind of a weird finish in the back there. Yeah, Jose Cruz Jr. was a hot one back then, and several others as well. Chris Benson, another hot one. Moises Alou, Marty Cordova. Hey, Joe Yankee, what's going on? Todd Richardson, how you doing, buddy? Marty Cordova, thank you guys all for being here. And Russell Branyan ends the pack for pack 1. Hey, Ethan, Dave, everybody else on to pack 2 for Ben B. Let's put your name out there so you can see it a little better. Hoping for one of these key rookies for you, or possibly even a Derek Jeter auto, Vladdy Guerrero Sr. auto, some of those nice ones. Dante Bichette, kind of a little blemish to the top of his card there. Jace has just picked up a 78 and 79 Topps complete set. That's freaking awesome, man. Congrats. Hey, Dave M., thanks for stopping in and saying hello. Russ Ortiz, Mark Johnson. Really like this design a lot. Ramon Hernandez. And the second Bowman International, Norm Hutchins. Very stylish looking card there. And then, of course, the Bowman buyback guaranteed value. Todd Helton. This was kind of a decent one back then. Still is. A lot of people think Todd should get in the Hall of Fame someday. I'd say there's definitely a chance of that happening. Jared Washburn and Vladdy Guerrero Sr. Nice one. I don't know if I've ever seen that card before. Hey, Ron Shaw, thanks a lot, man. Brent Butler and Pat Henkin closes that pack out. On to pack 3 for Ben. Mike says one was Todd Helton's first Bowman. Yeah, I would say 95, I believe. His rookie card is actually 93 Topps traded. Yes, I think 95. Glenn Davis. And we have an insert card coming up here. Doesn't appear to be anyone too notable, but it is the Rookie of the Year favorites. Yeah, the Topps USA card, that was 93 Topps, I believe. Maybe it was 94. I can't remember. I can picture the card in my head, but I can't remember if it was 93 or 94. I want to say 93. Els Burks, Heath Murray, and Russ Johnson, the Rookie of the Year favorites. These are pretty common to pull these. There are one or two decent cards in that insert set. Another checklist card and Noma. A big fan of his back in the early 90s. I know Eric and I both were. We were pumped to get his rookie card on 92 Topps rated. Jim Pitsley. And eventually would become a very valuable card, not so much these days. Todd Arce is what rookie you're looking for. In this series, Hall of Famer Roy Halladay is probably the best one you can pull. Miguel Tejada. Lance Berkman's a good one too. Orlando Cabrera, it's actually his rookie card. Pretty decent one. And Mark Lewis. Last one in that pack. And 3 more to go. Hey, Joe's Card Corral, what is going on, man? We need to get together again for another gaming night here pretty soon. Hey, FDC, thank you for joining us. All right, leading off, another Matt Snyder. Saw that one earlier. Paul says Orlando Cabrera played forever. Rusty Greer again. Aramis Ramirez and Jason Worth, those are definitely also good rookie cards in here as well. Rusty Greer for the second time. Enrico as well. Abraham Nunez. That was a decent one to pull back then. I know I was pumped on it. Hey, Crown Apple Kid, what's going on? Gabe Alvarez. And here's a nice one, though. Bowman International, Barry Bonds. Very nice. Jim Tomey in the first pack, and now a Bonds. Not too shabby. Mark Grudzalonic. Orlando Cabrera and Poggy Reese man in the middle infield for the 04 Sox. Brian Jordan. And Arnold Gooch. I don't remember that name at all, but it's pretty silly. Todd Noel. Jeff Dedet says, can you play RBI 94 in Genesis? That's definitely one I would like to play here pretty soon. Definitely like to do all the RBIs. Bases loaded. Even, I think that was a few weeks ago we played Tony 2, so we're definitely due. Pedro Martinez in the back here. Another Abraham Nunez. Simply Incredible Podcast says, what's up? It's a good day watching you on here, watching the 87 All-Star Game on my TV. Well, thank you for being here. It's a pretty awesome combination. The 87 All-Star Game. And here's, speaking of big cards from this setback, now, Travis Lee was a huge one. I remember having this one. It was pack pulled. This one, Jose Cruz Jr. Those were the hot cards to pull out of these packs back in 97. Man, yeah, Travis Lee definitely was. Adam Kennedy. And Kevin Sweeney is a Bowman International Nat Pack. Mike says, my vote for Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest still stands. I never played that one. So that's definitely going to be one we're going to have to put on the list. Kelvin Escobar, rookie card. Not too shabby. Kerry Robinson, Jason Marquis. And the final card is Pedro Martinez. Nice one. Dave M says, I got Travis Lee's Skybox Auto last year for 25 cents. That's crazy. Hey, Criterion Racer. Thank you, man. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you're doing well. And the final pack here with a very boring-looking Kurt Schilling in the back. Randy Wynn, final pack for Ben. Mark Magnum. Or Mark Mangum. I was going to say. A bunch of funny names. Nathan Haynes. There's the Bonds regular. Jeff Airtime says Pedro looks great in the old Expo uni. No doubt about it. Bonds base. Alex Sanchez. And look at that. That is pretty freaking awesome. Roy Halladay rookie card. Bowman International insert. What are the chances of that? Pretty freaking sweet. Kind of a little bit of a ding to that top left corner, but wow, that is pretty freaking awesome, man. Couldn't ask for better luck in the last pack than that. Never seen that one before. Very, very nice. Roy Halladay no longer with us. Passed away in 2017 in a tragic plane accident. But what a beautiful looking card. I don't know if we should put that in a old One Touch if I can get to it on my floor full of junk. Swimming in a sea of junk. Let's put that in a One Touch. It's like I said, it kind of has a little ding to the top left corner, but I would be personally, I'd be pumped on that for my my rookie collection. So hopefully you are a Halladay fan or we're a Halladay fan. But Todd Arce is on that card in PSA 10 is big bucks. Yeah, this definitely would knock it at 10, just due to the top left corner alone. But what a freaking awesome pull. I'm definitely very excited for you. Ben, very, very nice. Joe Carl, let's finish out the rest of the pack here. Mike says the floor is 90 tops and yak packs. It might as well be, man. It very well might be. It's getting cleaned up a little bit here. Maybe we'll have to do a video on my toy room here soon. Carlos Beltran, that's a pretty early on in his career. I think it's not his rookie card though. Kurt Schilling. Beltran's rookie is 95 tops traded. So that's the end of the stack for Ben B. But good way to start it off with that Bowman International Halliday. And that takes us to Philip S. in the top right. The Earl Hershiser Fanatic. I actually found some more to put aside for you to send out with this break, Philip. Hopefully ones you don't have. I don't know how big your Hershiser collection is, but try to find some oddball ones to send people that are collectors of certain players. Increase the chances of them not having them. Hey, Stemmers Hit says, yay, I made it. How goes it, John? Can't wait to see some fire. Todd, thanks a lot, man. Very, very nice of you. Appreciate that. Definitely check out Stemmers Hits if you're not subbed to them. Him and his son Timmy break a lot of different stuff, old stuff, new stuff, and they got some pretty incredible luck too. For instance, the Mike Trout Pharmacy box pull recently. If you want to elaborate on that a little bit, Stemmers Hits, definitely give them a sub if you're not subbed to him already. Here's a nice Mike Piazza. Stemmers Hits says, we are on fire this weekend. Definitely, no doubt about it. I forget, you guys are close to around 500 subs, I believe. This Dennis Reyes card looks almost like fake. Looks like they photoshopped his head on that body. I don't know why, but that looks really awkward. Ray Brown, International. What do you guys got lined up for this weekend, Todd? Brian Jordan again. A little bit of stickiness here. Stuck to the gooch. And a couple repeats. Hey, Jason Easterling, what's going on, buddy? Todd Noel again, and Jay Bell with a little bit of paper loss on him. Nothing too crazy. Luckily, it wasn't one of the rookies we're looking for. And on to pack 2 for Philip S. Calvin, rookie card on the back there. Scott Randall. Good to hear, Jason. Appreciate you joining us. Jermaine Allensworth, I think I was kind of pumped on him for a couple of years there in the 90s. Greg Vaughn. Stephen Conrad says some of the players are off the ground by a couple inches in heritage. That's pretty wild. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Cecil Fielder, International. Not too bad. It could have been like a prospect bust. Marty Cordova. Todd says we were hanging out around 413 for a while now. Going to break open some 2020 Top Series 1 again. Maybe a Donruss hobby. But Timmy's birthday is Sunday. I am so excited to see his loot. That is freaking awesome, man. I will definitely try to join you guys live this weekend. Definitely give Stemmers Hits a sub if you're not subbed to them already. And join them this weekend for their search. They definitely have a way of pulling fire. No doubt about it. And happy birthday to Timmy as well. Try to pop in the stream and wish him one more personally this weekend. Mark Johnson stuck to Ramon Hernandez. Dave Shaw says, do those lame-ass checklist cards count as a card in a pack? They definitely do. I remember being so bummed about that back as a kid. Randy Wynn. Mark Mangum, or as I called him earlier, Magnum. Looks like we have Bowman's Best International card coming up here, an insert. Let's save that for the end of the pack because it could be a nice one, maybe even a refractor possibly. I think it was the first box we pulled the Ken Griffey Jr. Refractor, which is pretty epic. Gary Sheffield. Nice Paul O'Neill for Norman R. if he's in here. These ones are being tricky. They're trying to make me show off that insert. We're trying to build the suspense up here a little bit. Brett Herberson. And it is going to be Ruben Rivera. I was a Jeter for a second when I saw the helmet. Ruben Rivera. Might as well be Jeter. The glove stealing antics of Ruben Rivera. Jay Hadley actually pulled his autograph out of 97 Bowman when he broke it a few months back. Remember, he was definitely hyped up too around then. Moving right along. Pack 4, Crime Doll on back. Another Mike Piazza, that's a nice one. Chet Det says Ruben Rivera had a nice career in Mexico. Nice looking Piazza. And that card cracks me up. Jay's opening says he still has the Rivera auto. Too bad it's not Mo Rivera. Hal Morris. Weird blemish down there. And Randy Wynn, Bowman International. I'm definitely excited for next week because next week we are going back to the 80s for Turning Back the Clock Tuesday. We are opening 83 Don Russ. I got a BBCE authenticated box today. So that's going to be a fun one. Looking forward to that. Not too many boxes left from the 80s that I'm really probably going to open because they all just keep going up in price. 84 Don Russ is usually around $500 now, and maybe someday we'll do 85 Don Russ. Those still aren't too expensive. Wes Helms, rookie card. Mark Grace, and the Crime Dog. Paul also says, needed more Dan Q in your life, John, I see. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of him. 83 Don Russ will be a good one. Look for the Boggs, Quinn, Sandberg, rookie cards. Also, some errors in that set as well. So that should be a fun one. Looking forward to that. And we're going to do some Topps Chrome from the late 90s here soon. And Paul L., you'll be stoked because we're going to be opening Fun Pack this week. I secured a box of 94 Fun Pack, which those are actually hard to find. You'd be surprised. I guess everyone going crazy over Michael Jordan rookie cards right now make it a little more difficult. Jim Tumey. Base card. There's a Kevin Sweeney again. Todd R says 84 Don Russ is expensive due to one card. That is definitely true. And it is not the Ron Darling error card, the no number on the back. That's Dennis Reyes. Oh, bad. Put him on the Omen list, Paul, please. Chalk him up. Lofton. Saw Phil's Pools pulled a Lofton Finest Refractor earlier today. 94 Finest. Hey, Classic Cards. Thanks for joining us, man. All you guys, thanks for being in here. Love going back and opening these old boxes, especially Bowman. Bowman will probably always be my favorite brand from the 90s. Bobby Abreu. It's a cool one. The rookie's actually 95 Bowman. Valerio de los Santos. For some reason, I feel like that was a decent card back then. I don't know why. Last pack for Philip S. Hey, T-Dog Shay, what's going on? Ripping for Ripkins. Just kind of catching you guys now. The stream is going by pretty quick. Last pack, Rod Myers. Let's hope for a Berkman or Tejada or even a Halliday base. Be nice. Chet Dess is always all the black borders. Me too. Gabby Martinez. TJ Tucker. And here's a decent one too. Scott Rowland. International. Pretty early on in his career. His rookie's actually 95 Bowman. A little blemish to the top right corner. It's a tricky thing about these black borders is they show everything. Buyback card, Kerry Robinson. Hey, Shaka's Closet. Let's see if we can find anybody else notable left in this pack. Pedro Martinez is definitely notable. It's a good one. Brian McRae and Luke Wilcox ends that pack and stack out for Philip S. Big Hitters Collector says, who else's channels do you watch besides Phil's Pulls? I watch a lot of people that I've become friends with on here. Bottom left, Anthony B. He has a channel too. I don't think he puts videos out too much anymore though. But Anthony B., you are up. Hopefully you are doing well. Ripping for Ripkins, my buddy Corey, Jay's Openings, Classic Cards. There are a lot of channels. Boom Slang. I have some of them linked on my homepage on here. Joe's Card Corral, who I've known since I was a little kid, but I watch all those guys. Obviously, none of us have enough time to watch everyone's videos. Gourmet, I watch his videos when I can, but I always try to go in, and even if I can't watch a video or don't have time to or whatever else, I always still thumbs up them as soon as I see them posted, and I try to comment when I can, but even leave videos on in the background, give people watch time. Steve Soderstrom leading off, and Hideki Arabu. Probably a pretty hot one back then, too. Ray Durham, tree trimmer. We can't forget about tree trimmer. Paul L. I actually saw Paul L. on one of his streams recently, Mike Caruso. And looks like we have something pretty decent coming up here. We'll save that for later. Oh, God, Arabu. The neighbors were planning on getting their tree trimmed. I immediately thought of tree trimmer 82. You've been indoctrinated to think of tree trimmer 82 whenever you are out in the real world. Tom Glavine. Cool one. Ramon Martinez. Brad Rigby. Drum roll. Funk Comics, what I miss? Yeah, I gave it away because these freaking cards are sticking together. Brad Rigby. And it is, speaking of Nomar, just dropped him, but today is Nomar Day, according to Mike5041. These are cool cards. I like these, with like the 97 Bowman's Best design in the background. They also can pull refractors out of there, atomic refractors, I think they're called. But that's a pretty nice one for the first pack in, Anthony. A Nomar. Didn't see it. I pulled it off the screen fast enough. I'm sorry. Good looking card, though. I'd like to get a box of 97 Bowman's Best, but all those Bowman's Best boxes from the 90s are pretty freaking expensive. Bobby Abreu. And John Barnes leading off here. Another Travis Lee, which we would have been flipping out about that one. Funk Comics is sweet looking card, America. Yeah, it definitely is. Travis Lee, Adam Kennedy, Jorge Carrion, however you pronounce it. I don't remember that dude that much. Alex Sanchez, Bowman International, the buyback. Hey, Fitzy, what's up? Jay Bell, another loft in here. Dermal Brown, Bobby Abreu, ends the pack. On to the next. Yeah, Hideki Arabu committed suicide in like 2007 or something like that, or 08, somewhere in that range. I was really hyped on him, too, back in the 90s. Jorge again. Some same coalition here. Hey, 357 MAGA, what's up, buddy? Johnny. With a Brennan Reed stuck to him. Still no sign of the Miguel Tejada. Steve Chavez. Jimmy Wright. The checklist. Brian McRae. Or no sign of the Berkman yet either, but we are looking. Todd Walker, big prospect bust. Sandy Alomar and David Cohn. Yeah, Berkman is leaning on the car in his rookie card. No sign of Aramis Ramirez or Jason Worth either. But we still have another stack left after this one. Bobby Higginson. And everyone's favorite, Greg Jeffries. Jason Baker, International. Yeah, it's weird how these back of these checklists look like they're like 97 Fleer, like recycled paper. Big Mo Vaughn for Dave Durango if he's still in here. Saw him in here earlier. Might be lurking. Derek Lee, not too shabby. And nothing too notable in the rest of that pack. Jeff Dess says, wow, there's so much hype for Arabu. As the Japan numbers weren't anything mind-blowing. Solid, but nothing to get worked up or too worked up over. I really don't know, man. I feel like a lot of those Japanese players were really hyped up in the 90s, and then they came over here and didn't do squat. Or they, did for... Hey, look at that! Lance Berkman rookie, you're on the top of the pack. Unfortunately, it being on top of the pack led it to have a little blemish right in the bottom middle right there, but him leaning on an old, I don't know, what looks to be like a Chevy truck. Could be wrong, and people probably scold me for it, but very, very cool. The switch-hitting slugger, Lance Berkman. That's a nice one, though. It's definitely one of the key rookies we were after. So Anthony Big, off to a good start so far. Sean Casey, it's a second-year card for him. Mike's is awesome shot of the Astrodome in the background. Yeah, it definitely is a really cool card. J.J. Davis, name I have not heard in quite a while. His fender has a blemish. Boom Slang says. It looks like, oh man, I thought that was Travis Lee International for a second. We would have flipped out about that. Kevin Sweeney. Yeah, Travis Lee was definitely the hot one to pull. Terry Steinbach. Hey, 4K Sports Cards, what's happening? Jeff Conine. Raul Casanova. So we're just missing the Miguel Tejada, the Ramirez, Javier Vasquez. That's actually his rookie card. Corey Erickson. And on to the last pack. Paul also says Travis Lee on the watch. If he comes up again, he's definitely on the watch, along with the fake Photoshop face card. I forget what his name was, Dennis Reyes. Canseco on the back there. And Damon leading off. Greg Jeffries, the man in 1988. Man, he sure was. All the craze. Brandon Reed. Seeing some of the same correlation again. Paul L. There's the big unit. Bobby is the international card. Nothing too crazy there. Checklist. Valerio de los Santos. This game face on. Willie Adams. Edmonds and Canseco back to back. Canseco still in his A's uniform in that card. And that is it for Anthony, but decent stack all around. The Berkman was probably my favorite one of that one. It takes us on to John C. Very last stack of the night. And let's see if we can pull this Tejada or Aramis or even an autograph. The autographs are like 1 of 96 packs. Where are all the Mark Bellhorn cards? His rookie card was actually 96 Bowman. I don't know if he has a card in this set or not. Bond's leading off, though. Always a decent sign there. Of course, they're going to be sticky. Sanchez, maybe you put him on the watch list, Paul. Bobby Higginson, J.J. Davis. Again. Eric says, gosh, I love black border Bowman. They are so nice. Dimitri Young. I wonder if he started ever buying back baseball cards again after he had that massive collection, then sold. I think he sold every last one of them. Pretty insane. I wonder if he ever tampered with them again. Hollinsworth and John Olerud. Ugueth Urbina. You know what? I don't know if he has a rookie card 97 or not. I cannot remember. He may have one in 98, actually. Dimitri Young Yak Packs. That'd be hysterical. Jim Tomey, at least we haven't seen any Rob Deere cards, Todd says. That is very true. We used to not like him. Vernon Wells rookie card. That's another name that we didn't mention earlier. That is definitely a nice one, though. Off to a good start for John, a.k.a. Super, however you choose to pronounce that. Mike Cameron for Paul L. The second-year Mike Cameron card. And Mark Mangum. Alex Gonzalez, another kind of weird shot. His head looks too small for his body. A.J. Zapp. He was kind of a decently big prospect around this time. Travis Fryman and Andy Pettit. My man Mike Cameron. Hey, Kenny Weaver, what's going on, buddy? 3 packs in. Let's see what we can find here. I'd like to just find an autograph or another insert card would be pretty awesome. Another Vernon Wells rookie card. Very, very cool. John C., if you want to trade for that card, I will trade you for it. I don't have that one in my rookie collection. So now that you have 2 here, let me know if you want to trade for it. Definitely need that one. Mike Cameron again. Same correlation as before. Mel Rosario hanging on here by a thread. Why couldn't that be Miguel? Brady Anderson, Hal Morris, international checklist. It's not a Jason Worth yet either. Edmonds, will he be followed by Canseco? Yes, he will be. And Joe Lawrence with a tad bit of paper loss at the bottom. Nice thing about 83 Don Russ next week is that Don't have to worry about my Nosferatu fingers being in the way and having to unbrick every single freaking card. Hey, Vesher, what's happening? Throw a award in the back, and TX Breaks is it's not the same without Chris Sabo. TX Breaks, thanks, man. I appreciate that, Rob. Good to see you, and thank you for being here. If you are not subbed to TX Breaks, Texas Breaks, please check him out. I know you can't click and go to the channel anymore, but please check out TX Breaks. If you like this channel, you will definitely like his as well. He's been opening a lot of cool stuff. 94 Flair, 92 Bowman, 93 Bowman, 87 OPG. Lots of cool stuff as of recently. I think he's around like 55 subs. But there's a Jason Worth rookie card. Very, very nerdy, dorky looking card. There's a guy that I actually worked with when I was like 16 that looked exactly like that. Pretty crazy. But TX Breaks, thanks, and thanks for being here, man. Definitely check him out. I'm pretty hyped on his channel. Tony Gwynn, I always get hyped on the channels that open products that I enjoy, and that's seems to be always been ripping lately. Is some pretty high-end stuff too. He's actually the one that provided the 94 Finest box for last week's break. Todd Hundley, big prospect back in 1990. A little bit of brickiness here. Worth went from nerdy dude to caveman in his career. Hey, Chris Card, what's up? Todd Walker, Sandy Alomar again, David Cohn, Ryan H. Where did I work then? My first job ever. I think it was my first job ever. Burger King, actually, with Eric. Eric probably has some funny stories for you. That Darryl Ward was like a decent card back then too. I remember having that in a top loader. Eric and I both worked at Burger King. It was my first job when I was 16. Ron Shaw, thanks for subbing to Texas Breaks. All you guys that subbed to him, appreciate it. Help him grow his channel. Hey, Jake from State Farm, what's happening? Yeah, we both worked at Burger King, and I think I quit after like, I don't know, maybe a month. I didn't feel like going in one day, so I think I had my mom like calling for me or something like that. So definitely the lame thing to do, but I was 16 and I didn't want to go to work. There's a Jacques Jones rookie card. That's not a bad one. Haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, we both worked at Burger King. Marquise Grissom with the game face on there, international. And then after, I think that was my first job. After that, I worked as a telemarketer for like, I think 1 or 2 training days and then 15 minutes. My first actual shift as a telemarketer at a place called Reese Brothers. It was like 15 minutes into my shift, Shannon Stewart, and man, it sucked. And I did pretty decent at it, like in the training days, and man, it was terrible. And like I think my shift was like 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. or something like that. I was still in school at the time, obviously. Brendan Williams and PED Marrow, but. Like 15 minutes into the shift, it's just like phone calls were nonstop, connected to your computer, kept coming in. It was super annoying. And you got like a 7-minute break at like 7 p.m. So 3 hours into your shift, you got a 7-minute break, and everyone ran outside to like chain smoke like 2 cigarettes in 7 minutes. And so like 4:15, 4:20 rolls around, and I was like, hey, can I use the bathroom? And they're like, you don't go to ask, just go. I'm like, okay, sweet. So I like made it look like I was going to the bathroom, and the bathroom was back by like the break room door or whatever outside. So instead of going to the bathroom, I just ran out the back door and then ran across the parking lot and then took off to like a nearby neighborhood. I was literally running through a creek that like kind of sat down off the road because I thought they were going to send people after me, like looking for me. It was a pretty ridiculous scenario. I was like, they're definitely going to come looking for me, like, since I ran out the back door. Like, I had a dress shirt on. I was running through this creek, tearing my dress shirt off. Like, it was like a scene from, like, The Fugitive, like the old movie with Harrison Ford from, like, 92. It was literally a scene from The Fugitive, and, like, because I didn't drive back then, or I didn't have a car or my own car yet. And, yeah, running through a creek, just, like, had to get out of there. And then somebody like found me one of my friends was driving by and when I was eventually made my way to the side of the road, and like, what are you doing? Like, I just ran out of work. Like, so they gave me a ride up to this neighborhood, and that was the end of it. And then I did it again, like, I don't know, a few years later. I got a job at a restaurant as a prep cook. I was back in like probably like my early 20s, And the lady there was a female manager boss who was just like a complete B word, real bossy and just negative and everything else. So one day I only worked there for probably a couple days. I was taking boxes out. I was like, I'm taking the boxes out to the back, and I took all the boxes and threw them on the ground, and then ran to my car and took off. So I don't do that anymore, though. I've been at the same job now for like 7 years. But yep, those are my early days on the workforce. Deron Stovall and Chris Detmers. But yeah, definitely had my my fun in eluding previous employers. I mean, yeah, the people were not very pleasant, so I took off. But good to share that story with you guys. I'm sure I have plenty more random weird stories. But definitely a fun break. We didn't see the Miguel Tejada, the Aramis Ramirez, but we saw the Berkman. The Halliday International was sick. Definitely sick. Ben B, you got that one. Very, very nice. Paul, also, you can make a series out of these stories, John. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of crazy, ridiculous stories. All kinds of stuff. Law enforcement, etc., etc. Maybe we'll talk about those some other time, but that's it for today. Thank you guys all for being here. I think tomorrow or Thursday, we are going to rip into this one, which a lot of people will probably hate me for this, but 94 Fun Pack. These are hard to get your hands on now. I think I paid like $32 for this box. Looking for the Michael Jordan rookie card that I don't have for my rookie collection. You could buy them on eBay for like $10, but I figure, what the hell? I'll just buy a whole box and rip through them. But definitely very interesting. I don't know, more like child appealing cards. But I loved these as a kid. I was 10 years old in '94 when these came out, so I loved them. But we're still gonna rip into those anyways, maybe tomorrow or Thursday. So stay tuned for that, and maybe we'll tell some more stories. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Thanks again for being here. I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. Have a great night, you guys.